I want to talk to you about a personal quest I'm on, personally, but also professionally as a coach. And that's to find balance. To find balance on all the stresses and strains and all the pulls on our time. I love this idea of being balanced. We often take our problems and polarize them. It's either this or it's this. And I'm not sure that's the most useful way to work with our problems. I think there's a both and I think there's lots of area in between that we don't even go close to exploring because we've gone, well, it's either this option or that option. So finding balance is how I like to work. The obvious one is the work-life balance, trying to get that right. And as you can see, sometimes we're out of balance. Then we've got to balance our relationships. We've got to balance our diet. We've got to balance our exercise. We've got to balance our interests. So finding balance is this quest. Some of us are too busy all the time. Some of us are too chilled or maybe even lazy. Some of us are really action orientated. Some of us love to analyze and to take in the data. Some of us always think things through, and others trust our intuition and like to feel our way around things. But there's a balanced way that maybe uses the best of all those qualities. I think that's what I'm really, really interested in. Some of us love the formal and the smart and the professional and precise. Some of us love the informal and the playful and the creative. So finding balance is this search that I think can lead to satisfaction and fulfillment. But both extremes, both polarities, both options, or if there are more than two, all options have a place. The question is, which needs to be at the center right now? Which needs to be optimal? Or as the Buddhists say, how do we find equanimity? How do we be equanimous? How do we find balance? Your ability to balance is not just in your choices. It's a physical thing. Can you find physical balance? Can you find emotional balance? Can you find mental balance? I think all three interact with each other and play off each other. And none of them are more important. It's a balance between all three. If I'm going to take the physical balance, I can't physically balance if I'm too tense and rigid. I'm going to find it much harder. But I can't physically balance if I'm too kind of soft and sort of floppy and loose. So balance is this wonderful thing. Physical balance is this wonderful interplay between tension and relaxation, between being active and engaged and being relaxed and being reflective and noticing at a really nuanced level what's going on. So really, balance is about finding the skillful choice that is most appropriate in the moment. It's not about a sort of bland indifference to everything. So that's a large part of my philosophy, of my approach to coaching, of my approach to work, of my approach to life. How do we find balance? If that appeals, if that seems like something that you would like to explore between the extremes of one side or the other, then come and work with me to find